Hello and happy New Year's Eve! It is so fun to be back together in the kitchen with you. We were going to have a church New Year's Eve party tonight, but in Minnesota it is like going to be negative 28 tonight, so that's just too cold. I mean, we could have bundled up. I think last year, or maybe it was the year before, it was negative 17 and we still had it, but we were like, that's a little bit too cold. So we postponed it anyway. So I was going to make this giant Asian salad for our New Year's party, but I'm going to make it for church anyways for Sunday. So I thought I would let you all in, and perfect timing since the party was postponed, I can cook with you today. The last day of the year we get to spend together, and I just love all my friends. Oh, I forgot. I haven't done this in so long. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I have to share this to the recipe page, so that we can all be cooking together. Because I had so many people, I haven't cooked in so long that I had so many people asking, how does this work? How do we get on here? Is this a link? It's not a Zoom link like we do on our Sunday nights. I always forget what it's called. Something Freedom, where we go through Kelly's devotional, which is amazing. All right, how do I share this? Oh no, they updated settings. Share to a group. If you are not on the Recipe Ideas No Sugar, No Flour Made Easy Facebook page, you need to be on there because, oh my goodness, so much inspiration. Hello, Aunt Patty. Good to see you. Up there. Yes, it's very cold, but I'm inside and it's really warm inside, so I'm not feeling it at all. All right, here we go. We got it shared, and let's dig in. I'm going to set this way over here. There we go. Well, this morning I had a really delicious breakfast, and I thought I have to share it with everybody because it was so easy, so delicious, and it literally took like 10 minutes to make. So I was like picking, what should I make today? What should I make today? This is what we're going to make. Hello, Kelly. Hello. Hello, Miss Linda. So excited. All my friends are here. Super excited to watch your live today. Me too. Super excited to be here. Michelle, hello from Columbus, Ohio. Welcome from Ohio. Hello on TikTok and Instagram. So fun having you all here. So we are going to make, it's a berries and cream French toast, but we're going to make it in the air fryer really quick. I was going to make a French toast mug cake, but last night our microwave broke, but thankfully my dad is a science teacher and he likes to take apart things, so he randomly had a microwave in our shed, but I don't know like the timing of it, so I thought, let's not experiment on live stream trying to make a French toast mug cake. I was going to make it from my volume 12 cookbook, but I thought, no, we're going to make what I made for breakfast. It was so delicious. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Deb from sunny Florida. Welcome to frigid Minnesota. What is it? I think it's like -9 right now, but it's getting colder. Sweetie, hello from Toronto. I've missed you so much. I've missed you too, sweetie. Tammy, hello from Wisconsin. French toast? Yes, we are going to make French toast. All right, let's dig into this recipe. So you're going to need a bowl. You're going to need an air fryer. My air fryer does not let me not choose to preheat it, so you always have to preheat it. Otherwise, it won't start the timer until it's done preheating. So I'm going to start this preheating now, and then we can adjust the timing. So I'm going to preheat this to 375. Let's just put it to 10 minutes, but we're not going to cook it that long. Depending on your air fryer, every air fryer has a little bit different power, like the heatness of it. So this is 375, and I'm going to do it for 8 minutes, which turned out perfect. Helen, hello from San Francisco. Welcome from San Francisco. So, excuse me. You're going to need a bowl and your scale. This is my favorite little scale. It's the Escali Primo. I got it off of Amazon. It was about $20, $25. Comes in all these different colors. One of my favorites. Not sponsored by them. I just really like it. It's super lightweight. It has this raised thing so I can put a big old casserole dish on it. Very accurate. Weighs really quick. So we're going to put our bowl on there and zero this scale. And we're going to do 2 ounces banana. This gives it a little bit of sweetness. So we're going to make our custard mixture. So we want 2 ounces banana. Ooh, we don't want no banana boogies. Gross. 2 ounces banana. Perfect. Leftovers, if you have a little leftover banana, usually I'll like leave it for lunchtime just on the counter. It's fine, doesn't turn brown that much. Or you can put it in a baggie and freeze it and then have it when you're ready to have it. And it's like frozen banana is the bomb. So good. Deb, I got one too. Love it. Target has them. Yes, so fun. Carrie, hi from Clearwater, Florida. Another Floridian. Welcome, all my ladies from Florida. Love it. Beverly, hi from Los de Marcos, Mexico. Welcome from Mexico. We are going to mash our 2 ounces banana, and we don't want any big chunks. This kind of reminds me of like the cheesecake recipe, but I have learned that when you don't let it chill overnight, it's more custardy. So I mean, you could technically have the cheesecake recipe right out of the oven. I don't like cheesecake right out of the oven because it's a little bit too eggy for me, but then when it chills overnight, it gets rid of that eggy flavor. But this was really good. There was no eggy flavor. It just tasted like custard and berries with, it was like a bread pudding. It was so good. So here we mashed our banana nice and smooth, 2 ounces. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, then we're going to do 4 ounces of plain Greek yogurt. This is my favorite. I get it at Aldi's. It is the whole milk Friendly Farms. Walmart also has a plain Greek yogurt, and it's the Walmart brand. And different Walmarts have different things, but the Walmart a little bit farther away has a whole milk one, and it's pretty close to this, but this is still my favorite. Super thick, super creamy, doesn't give you that weird like zing. I hear some people say that, ooh, it's got like a weird funky zing to it. This does not. I literally could have this plain. I use this as sour cream. I use this as yogurt. Just add it with other things and it's so good. So we're gonna do 4 ounces, which is half of our protein. Oops, too much. Still too much. Perfect, 4 ounces. Then we're gonna do 1 egg, which is the other half of our protein. So see, it's already kind of like the cheesecake recipe, but you don't have to wait overnight, which is really hard. And then we're going to add a pinch of salt. Always add a pinch of salt to fruit. It brings out the sweetness of the foods. I would do like a 1/4 teaspoon or less, depending on, you measure it with your heart. Then we're going to do some vanilla extract. I got this one off of Amazon. I really like it. It's back to the basics. And it has less alcohol in it because it has some water in it, but the flavor is really good. So I just use like a capful, which is about a teaspoon, but you can measure this with your heart. We want it nice and vanilla-y. Then we're going to mix this up. Make sure we get our egg and our banana and everything really nice and combined. Make sure my air fryer doesn't turn off while we're cooking, because then I'd have to preheat it again. Kelly, love your top and jewelry. You look super cute. Oh, thank you. Thrift store. Favorite place to shop. Thank you. You're so sweet, Kelly. I thought I gotta wear some sparkles today because it is New Year's Eve. I was gonna wear a really sparkly dress, but I thought that was a little too overboard. It would have been fun. So we want this nice, creamy, thick mixture. No big chunks. Make sure there's no chunks of banana. So we're going to set this to the side. And now you're going to need a small, oven-safe baking dish. Carrie, what is the name of your pink scale again? It is the Escali, E-S-C-A-L-I, Escali Primo. And I got it right off of Amazon. Pretty easy to find. And it's the Primo, because I think there is another one that's just Escali, but I want to say it's square. This one is like round and oval, so I hope that helps. I have missed you. Your joy rocks. Oh, Gloria, you're so sweet. I've missed you too. Oh, thank you, Deb. Deb put it on there. Thank you so much. So we're going to set our cream mixture to the side, and this is the little baking dish I'm going to use. And I just realized right now that I never oiled the dish, but it was perfectly fine. So you don't need to oil this because we're going to be putting the cream mixture in and we don't need to take it out. So you're going to want a little dish. And then this is where it gets the French toastness. Ezekiel bread. This is compliant. Don't get the cinnamon raisin one because raisins are not compliant. But I like the sesame one. There's also an original. They both work. One slice is your full grain, and you're going to want to freeze this if you're not using it because there's not as many preservatives as there is in regular bread, so it does get rotten and mold very quickly, but if you freeze it, it's perfectly fine. And when it's frozen, it's easy to just break the slices apart. So you're going to want one slice of bread, and we're going to put it right in the middle of our dish, and then this is going to go back in the freezer. Later, it can sit out, it's fine. So we have our one slice of bread, which is our full grain. Elizabeth, I hear your family got the card I sent. Yes, it was such a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That is so sweet of you. It's always so fun to see what comes in the mail from you. All right, so we are done with this fork. Throw it in the sink. So then we're going to take our cream mixture and pour it right on top of our bread. And our bread totally disappears, but that is okay because it's going to be super tasty. If you don't like Ezekiel bread, you could do this right over oats. You could put an ounce of oats in there. I was thinking maybe some puffed cereal would be fun in the bottom. I might try that soon. All right, so we have all of our cream mixture in there. Then we're going to do 2 ounces of frozen blueberries on top to make this the berries and cream. Ah, here it is. I thought I'd put it behind me. Oh no. You know, they have these easy open tabs that are never easy to open. So we want 2 ounces of frozen blueberries. You could use fresh blueberries. You could use your favorite berries. You could use different fruit. Mix it up. So we want 2 ounces. You could do 4 ounces if you want. So what I did is I did the 2 ounces blueberries cooked in. Then I did 2 ounces of just frozen blueberries on top to finish off my 6 ounces of fruit for breakfast. So we're going to put this whole thing in the air fryer. Gotta put that little thing down. Don't burn your hands putting it in. And then we're going to cook this at 375 for 8 minutes. So we're just going to let that go. It is going to beep halfway and tell me to flip my food, but we're not going to do that. Amy, hi, this is your friend Amy. What are you making today? We are making berries and cream French toast. And now, while that is cooking, let's move on to our giant Asian party salad, which there's no recipe for this yet. We are just going to make this up as we go. When I was shopping, I'm like, ooh, this would be good in a salad. This would be good in a salad. So we're just going to throw it together, and it's going to be super fun. And then I will remember this recipe, and then I'll write this down, and then I'll post it tomorrow. So don't worry, there will be a recipe, but we're just going off the cuff right now. But it's going to be fun. Cooking is an adventure, and it's super easy just to put it together. Cheryl, how much yogurt did you put in? Great question. Hello, Brenda. I put in 4 ounces plain Greek yogurt, and that's half of our protein. Uh-oh, I missed a question from Kelly. Carrie, I'm sorry. Carrie and Kelly look really close together. What is the name of your pink... Oh, we already got that one. So maybe it was Kelly. Kelly! Nope. Oh, Carrie, what is the name? Oh, now we lost it. We'll just... Oh my goodness, it just skips up. Maybe if I look on my laptop. I'm gonna make it work. Ah, Kelly, which air fryer do you have? I found your question. This is the Instant Vortex. I got it at, I want to say Walmart. And I got the biggest one I could get. And it has the, it slides out. There's different kinds of air fryers. I've seen some air fryers that look like a toaster oven, and I don't want that kind. I wanted the kind like that looks like a deep fryer where it's got the big deep thing. That's the one I wanted. On Instagram, love your stuff. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. 4 ounces. Thank you again, Deb. You are so sweet. All right, let's dig into our giant party salad. Now, the last time I did a live stream and I cut some onions, maybe it was the time before that, I sobbed like a little baby, makeup everywhere. So this time I pre-cut my onions. So I did 2 like medium smallish red onions, and I already cut them, so I'm gonna grab my bowl with my onions in it. Woo! And you can smell them, but I really like onions. Depending on how much you like onions, we're going to use this giant bowl because, again, I said we're making a giant party salad. This is going to feed a lot of people. So you can do more or less onions depending on your taste. I got the purple onions because they're pretty. Deb, I have a deep air fryer too. I think those are best. Yes, I really like the deep one. Cheryl, what kind of dish did you use in the fryer? Great question. I did. One time I used a glass little pie dish and I broke it. But I think I did it too hot and too long in the air fryer. But I used, it's in there and I only have one. It's square and it's about 5 by 5 little glass oven safe baking dish. But you could use one of these type of things. It is a 15-ounce Corningware, that type of thing. Or I have little square baking dishes. Any type of baking dish that is air fryer safe or like oven safe would work. Deb, always use wet paper towel near you when you cut onions. Yes, fumes get absorbed. I have above my stove, it's like an air vent, convection vent thingy. Don't remember what it's called. Anyways, I like to cut my onions under there and it sucks up all the fumes. But yes, the wet paper towel, I think that works also. Hello on Instagram. Okay, so we have 2 small purple onions. You could use sweet onions. You could skip the onions. Again, this is all going to be to your taste. So let's get to chopping. We're going to chop up a lot of different vegetables. Grab some cutting boards. I'm getting 2 because we're getting really choppy here. A key to easy like meal prepping and enjoyment in the kitchen I have found is a really sharp knife. I just got some new sharp knives and oh, they make cooking a breeze. These are just like Pioneer Woman ones. You can get whatever type of knives you want. And you're going to want quite a big knife. So you could use a knife like this, a knife like this. I know they have names. Don't know the names of them. So we're going to get our knives and we're going to cut up some colored peppers. Let's start with 2. And you're going to cut, I saw this, I think, Deb, did you post this, how you cut a pepper, you cut in the crevices where it's got like the line right there. I like to cut my peppers upside down, and I think you did too. So you're going to cut in the peppers, and then it peels right off. And then you throw this center away. You can cut some of the white membrane away. Make sure you don't cut yourself. That is like #1 goal in cooking food is don't cut yourself. And then we're going to do these into like long slices, and I might chop them in half because that's a little bit too long. Ooh, this piece is nasty. We're going to throw that away. And then just keep adding all the vegetables to your bowl. And then we're going to make a sauce mixture to put on top of this. So it's going to kind of be like an Asian coleslaw. That's what I kind of think of it as, with like a nice dressing on top. It's going to be super tasty. Now, if you were making this just single serving, you definitely could. So I'm not going to weigh any of the vegetables or the protein in this because, again, this is for like a party. So I'm not going to have my scale at the party anyway. So like if you're going to Christmas, New Year's, just a like family get together, a party or something, this would be easy to take with. And then you know what's in it. So that's kind of nice, because sometimes you go places you don't know what's in the sauces. But you could make this a single serving. Deb, a pepper trick. Oh, yes. Oh, Lori did. That's who it was. Thank you. Yes, somebody posted it on there, and it was fabulous. Pepper cutting trick. So we're going to cut our yellow pepper. And again, this is just whatever vegetables you want to use. I just thought, what are like, if I go to an Asian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, that type of thing, what kind of vegetables would they use? And then I thought that would be a good vegetable as I'm shopping around. And we have a bunch of different kinds. And then I wanted something that could sit in the fridge overnight and it's not going to get like soggy and nasty. So I didn't get any lettuces. I got some coleslaw mix to put in because that won't get soggy overnight. Because if you're going to make a salad, you don't want to make it the day of. And even if you did make it the day of, depending on when you eat it, it could get soggy right away. All right, our last pepper slice. Chop it in half. And our custard is done. Look at how fast that was. So this morning I was heating up my coffee. I was putting some dishes away. While this was cooking them, bam, it was done. that was ready to eat. So let's take this out and see what we got. Oh yes, it looks just the same. So the center is going to be just a little bit jiggly still, but that's okay because it was like super rich and like creamy and very saucy, and it was just so good. And then the blueberries just gave it the perfect touch. So then what I did was I added 2 ounces frozen blueberries on top, but you could add whatever fruit you want. And then I grabbed my coffee, put it on a plate, brought it back to my bed, and had my beautiful breakfast. That is a full breakfast right there. And then you have your toast underneath in there. And it was like soft, but it was like bready. It was so delicious with this creamy custard on top. I'm going to refrigerate this one overnight, so it'll be more like a cheesecake with a toast crust, because this will be breakfast tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. And then maybe I'll put some cherries on top or a different kind of fruit. You can mix and match, put some apples on top. You can put apples in it, put some cinnamon in it, make it like a savory, like a apple custard bake. That would be delicious too. So this is definitely mix and match. And doesn't that just look so delicious? So yum. Oh, if you could smell it. We need smell-o-vision. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm going to set this to the side as we continue on our Asian giant party salad. Kelly, that looks super delicious. Elizabeth, I like sweet peppers. Me too. Tammy, yummy. Amy, how's your Uncle Timmy? He is doing so well. He has lost a total of 17 pounds. Bravo, bravo. And you can just tell his face is brighter. He's more alert. He's just doing so well, not eating sugar and flour. If you're new to the Timmy adventure, Timmy is my uncle. Oh, I'm going to chop some green onions, and I'm going to chop it all the way down to almost the stems. We want all of this. Timmy is my uncle, and when he was born, he was diagnosed with Prader-Willi, which is a mental and physical illness that you, if not monitored, you would literally eat yourself to death. That's what they would do. They just eat and eat and eat and eat, which, I mean, hey, some of us have that problem anyways. So he was having some health issues. So one morning I was sitting in my bed reading my Bible, and I had this thought, and it was totally from God. What would happen if Timmy didn't eat sugar and flour? And I thought that would be amazing, because I just know the health benefits for myself not eating sugar and flour. I feel so much better mentally, physically. So he lives in a group home. So I thought, how is that going to work? So my dad is his legal guardian. So I brought it up to him and my mom, and I said, what do you guys think? I would make all of his meals if the home would go for it. So we asked the home. It's a private Christian home. It's a great place. They're so nice there. And they said, yeah, let's do it. So I started making his meals about 3 months ago, and I meal prep them. That is one reason why I haven't had my cooking shows, because I've been so busy with all that, and life has gotten really busy. But I've been doing that for him, and oh, he is doing so well. He comes to our church on Sundays and Wednesdays, and we get to see him, and then he has fellowship dinner with us and stuff, and oh, he's doing so good. He's walking around. He's just bright. He's more alert. It has been so fabulous. So we have red pepper, some green onions, some purple onions, and now I have a can of water chestnuts. We're going to throw that in there because it's very Asian for like an Asian salad. I'm just checking the ingredients because I didn't look at that when I bought it. No sugar, just water chestnuts and some other water and citric acid. So I drained this. So we're just going to put the whole thing in there. Gives it a little crunch. Then I have, so to make this a noodle salad, I have some palmini spaghetti noodles. We're going to put this in there. I got this at my local Walmart. I know Annette Lamb and somebody else posted they have been finding them at Aldi's for a really good price. So if you have a local Aldi's, check there. So I'm going to drain these because we don't want the juices. And then I like to rinse them a little bit because they can tend to have just a little bit of a funky smell. Now, palmini noodles count as your vegetables because they're made from hearts of palm, which is a vegetable, so win-win. So we're just going to give this a little rinse. I rinse it right in the can. And it doesn't have to be too extreme. We're just going to throw that right in there. 2 cans of it. Make sure we get it all. Rinse this one. Because you can make a noodle salad without sugar, without flour, but keeping all the deliciousness. If you wanted, you could use some compliant bean pastas. Make sure there's no bean flour in it. I've gotten some chickpea pastas, and I've really enjoyed those. But that would count towards your protein if you want this just a vegetable salad. Patty, in a can. I have only seen in a package. Yes, they come in cans also. I've gotten them off of Amazon before in like bulk, buying palmini noodles. But yes, they have them at Walmart. They were in like the gluten-free section. And then Deb, sometimes soaking them in milk for 30 minutes, then drain helps too. Oh, that's a good idea. To me, I don't mind the flavor of them. My mom and sister, when I've made like a pasta with them, they're like, oh, it's got a little bit of a funky taste. But when I drain it and boil it just a little bit, then they don't even know. Loretta. Let's see. Evening all. It is 9 p.m. here in Nottingham, UK. This New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve all the way in the United Kingdom. Love it. I have my new Cooking with Joy giant volumes, which came a few weeks back, as my Christmas present to myself. Ah, so exciting. What a great gift for yourself. That's a gift that will keep on giving. And for your whole family. I mean, you'll be making them recipes and stuff. Love it. Oh, so great. Thank you. 2022 is going to be amazing. Yes, it is. So amazing. So excited for you to dig in and start digging into all the deliciousness. Oh, so fun. Loretta, gosh, I do wish we could get palmini here in the UK. Pumpkin too. Oh, yes. Maybe check online. You might be able to find it there. You never know. You shop around. Amazon, you might be able to get it in Amazon since it's canned, because it's easy to get some canned vegetables online. So now I'm going to add some sugar snap peas. I got 2 bags of them. We're going to add this to our salad. We're just going to keep going till we fill this bowl up with vegetables. We're going to add 2 of these. My bag said they're washed and ready. This is looking good. I have another giant bowl in case it gets too hard to stir. Now I got some broccoli slaw, because they did not have just the regular coleslaw mixture. They had the angel coleslaw mixture, angel hair coleslaw. So I thought, oh, I'll get some broccoli slaw to add a little extra crunch, because I like the crunchies. Yeah, I think we're going to have to use 2 bowls, but that's okay. Because I will just, my hands are washed, I'll just put half in the other bowl. Loretta, you can get pumpkin on Amazon, but it's crazy prices. Oh, yes, I know. That is so hard. You know what? Right here at my local Walmart, it's crazy prices right now with pumpkin. It's $2 for a small can of pumpkin. That is ridiculous. So you might be better off just getting fresh pumpkin, cooking it yourself, and then seasoning it and doing all that. Because, yeah, the prices right now have inflated just a little bit. So I'm going to put half of this into this other bowl because we are running out of room. Just going to do half. All right, that looks better because we are not even done. I got some cucumber. I have a little bit of mushrooms. So we're going to put 1 angel hair coleslaw in here. You could just shred your own cabbage if you want to. But I thought we're just going to do it easy. I'm buying it pre-shredded. Otherwise, we'd be here 5 years chopping. But that's okay. Chopping is sometimes fun. It's quite relaxing. Put the other angel hair in the other bowl. So you're going to need 2 giant bowls. Or use less vegetables in each one. Depending on how much you want to make for your party. For how many people you're going to feed. Alright, now I have a giant English cucumber that I washed already. So we're going to dice this. Destruction. Gravity still works, Linda. It still works. Loretta, broccoli slaw. Wow. Yes, broccoli slaw. It's very fun. It's like super crunchy. I was going to get just like shredded carrots, but I'm like, broccoli slaw, that's kind of fun. Loretta, it'd be about $12 to $15 a can here. That is ridiculous. Yeah, you can go without pumpkin. That is ridiculous prices, my goodness. Clean out the fridge, Asian salad, yes! Oh, you can, Loretta said they can only get fresh pumpkin during Halloween. Yeah, you could stock up. Well, next year now. You could stock up, cook it, and then freeze it. I've done that with squash before, where I will, from our garden, we'll cook it, and then I'll put it in freezer baggies. I'll scrape it out, put it in the freezer baggies, and then put it in the freezer. And then you just recook it again, or just use it frozen, and it's perfect. Then you have fresh all year round. So you could do that next year. Christy, hi, Natalie, glad to see you. Christy, welcome. So excited to have you here. So fun. So I chopped my cucumber in half. If you want them smaller pieces, you could, let's quarter it. I like my cucumbers in really small pieces. Woo. So we're gonna quarter it like this, because then it makes it super easy to chop. So fun having you, Christy. If you don't follow Christy on TikTok, you need to. She is so inspirational, so fun on there. And girl, are you cute? So we're just gonna chop this up. Don't chop your fingers. I know there's a correct way to chop things, but I don't like holding it like that, where they're like, hold it like that, then you won't chop your fingers off. It just doesn't feel natural. I can't do it. I've tried so hard. So we're gonna do half of our cucumber in one bowl, half in the other. And depending on to your taste. This is the fun part about this, is this is all to your taste. So if you don't like certain veggies, don't put it in. If you like other certain veggies, put them in. If you want to make this spicy, make it spicy. Linda, oh good, gravity testing, Natalie. Have been away from work and have hardly tested for 2 weeks. My scales assure me that gravity still works too. Yes, sometimes you just got to make sure gravity's still there. Test it out. I love it. Yes, Miss Linda. She taught me about gravity. My dad would be so proud. He is a science teacher, and he likes all things science. So that I would consider definitely science. Testing gravity. So hilarious. Kelly, okay, love the way of chopping it way faster. Yes, I do this with my salads too, where I score it. Because I've seen where they do it with onions, but then nobody does it with other things, and I'm like, psh, I'm going to do it with all the things. Because cucumber is kind of heavy, so when you're weighing it and you want it on your salad, you'd want more than one bite of cucumber. So I like to dice it. All right, we are almost through with this cucumber. Clean off the knife. All right. We don't want the butts. No ifs, ands, or buts. So we're going to pour all of this cucumber into our other bowl. Half and half. Woo. Now you could make this just vegetables, and then for your like complete lunch or dinner, you could have this for breakfast instead of fruit. You would have 6 ounces for lunch or breakfast, or 14 ounces at dinner if you want a big old Asian salad. But I am going to put in some proteins and some fats in here because this, again, is a party salad. And I don't know what other people will be serving. So if you have just a little bit of this, a little bit of all the things, do the 1 plate rule, then this would be okay. But again, you could make this a single serving where you weigh each ingredient before you put it in. Annette! Hi, Natalie. Glad to see you again. Hello, Annette. So fun having you here. Linda! Mr. Tom Science approved testing. Yes, it is approved. He's outside right now, but if he were here, he would be proud of us. All right. Woo! My bracelet was magnet, and I picked up a fork. We are going to, let's see, what other vegetables? I think we use, just a little bit of mushrooms. I'm going to chop these really, really, really small because there's some people who don't like big mushrooms. That is okay. But I'm going to chop these super tiny so nobody even knows. My sister doesn't like mushrooms. I don't know if she's watching, but she is in the other room, but her door is closed. She's working in her room. But I made a mushroom. I made this sauce, and I did put a little bit of mushrooms in because mushrooms just give it a really nice flavor, and they give it like a creamy, but she didn't like mushrooms. But she just didn't like the big hunks. And I like to make my girls eat adventurous things. So I diced it really small. She never knew. And then she's like, is there mushrooms in this? And I'm like, oh, dinner's ready. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to avoid the subject. And then afterwards I told her, okay, I have a confession. I put mushrooms in it. She's like, what? She didn't know. Gives it a good flavor. But again, if you don't like mushrooms, skip it. Christy, my girls Brooklyn and Kenzie want me to tell you how much fun you are. Oh my goodness, you girls are so sweet. I love that you're all joining together. Well, Brooklyn and Kenzie, thank you. You guys are so sweet. All right, I think we are done with our chopping. I have one more pepper, but I think we're good. I think this will be big enough. So we're going to put the knife away and not test gravity with it. All right, now we're going to get a little bit fun. So chickpeas are Asian, so I'm going to drain these. I'm not going to rinse them. I don't rinse my chickpeas. These are organic chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whichever you want to use. You could skip the beans if you want to. But if you're making this a single serving, you could do 3 or 6 ounces, depending on how much you like beans. And we're going to put a little bit of peanut butter in our sauce mixture. So depending on how much you want to use of that, you can kind of mix and match. All right, we're going to drain these. So I drain them. I just like half open the can because it's a pop top can, which is amazing. So we're just going to pour these right in here. We're going to do the other one in this bowl. Perfect. 1 in each. All right, now we're going to put our bowls to the side and let's make our sauce mixture to pour on these, which is the fun part. All right, we're going to set these to the side. I have you're going to need a medium largish bowl, and I like this one because it's got a little pour spout, and then we're going to need a spatula to get it all in there. Loretta! Mostly people don't like mushrooms for their texture, don't they? That is so true. They do. They can sometimes be a little squeaky on the teeth. Yes, I can see that. Chopping them up small is a great idea. No one can hate the flavor. Exactly. You mommy for mushrooms, Shirley. They're amazing. Yes, I threw the can away, but it was just a little can of like white mushrooms. You could do fresh mushrooms also. Patty, what if you wait to put on dressing till Sunday morning? Won't get soggy. That's a good idea. But with these vegetables, it won't get soggy. It'll just marinate in there because I don't have any lettuces in there. And I don't have any vegetables that could get like soggy and nasty. But if you put in the sauce now, the longer you leave it in the fridge, the more the flavors will soak into all the vegetables. But you could leave it until Sunday, whichever one you want to do. Linda, black-eyed peas are associated with New Year's Eve celebration. Oh, I could have gotten those. And our lovely creamy bean, eaten cold, and would also be nummy in your delicious salad. Yes, you could do whatever beans you want. You could do lentils. You could do black beans. You could do black-eyed peas, whichever ones you want to add into there. So that's always fun. You could even do some avocado. I would probably wait the avocado maybe till Sunday morning because that can tend to turn like brown. And brown avocado is not tasty. And we want tasty. We want people to like this salad. All right, so I'm going to grab all my, this is where we get sciencey. Or as somebody says, creative genius. So these are all my sauce mixtures. And we're going to add some seasonings. You always have to add seasonings to things. We're not going to need salt because we're going to do some soy sauce. All right, this is what we're going to do. I have some crunchy peanut butter here because peanut butter and Asian belong together. Have you ever made like a peanut chicken? Oh, so good. So this is just nuts, 100% peanuts, and it's crunchy on top. I got the crunchy one, and it's just peanuts. You don't need oils added in. You don't need sugar added in. Do not get Jiffy peanut butter. That stuff, like the second ingredient is sugar. Who needs sugar in peanut butter? Peanut butter is just heavenly by itself. Ooh, fresh. And I'm going to put this whole jar in here, but this is for 2 giant salads. So if you're making this for your single serving, you could do 1/2 ounce, 1 ounce, depending on how much chickpeas you want. And then we're going to put a little bit of sesame oil in. So this is also a fat. So if you're putting this in your single serving, 1/2 tablespoon, no, 1 half tablespoon of this would be your full fat. Then if you're doing 3 ounces chickpeas, you could do 1 ounce of peanut butter. That could be your ratio of things. But since we're making this giant party salad for everyone, oh, I'm going to need a spatula. We got to get this out. I could have mixed this before to get all the oil in there, but I didn't want to get rid of all the crunchy peanuts on top. We might do half of this jar, and then if we have room, we could add another half later. You could also use tahini. That would be delicious. That's delicious in Asian dishes also. Tahini is just ground sesame seeds. Let's do half, because that's quite a bit of peanut butter. We can always add more. This is the fun part. Then I have a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to do, let's do a tablespoon of this. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. It gives it just a little bit of zing, but the apple cider is really delicious. Then let's do a tablespoon of soy sauce. Soy sauce is free. So if you're making this single serving, I would still use about a tablespoon. We like soy sauce. Then I picked up, I've had this before, it's really delicious. It's G. Hughes, I've got it at my local Walmart. It's orange ginger marinade, which, that sounds like an Asian dish to me because you can get like orange chicken, that kind of stuff. There's no sugar in it. At the very, 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 very bottom, there's sucralose, which is a different form of sugar, but it's not in the top 3 ingredients, so this is compliant. You can use this. So we're going to open this up. Oh, so hard to open these. And let's do a tablespoon of this, or maybe even 2. It is a little potent because it is a marinade. Sniff it first. Ooh, we're going to do 2 tablespoons. I did shake it a little bit. You're going to want to shake this. This will just give it like a little bit of that like teriyaki. There, G. Hughes also has a teriyaki one, which is delicious also. And then we're going to do some toasted sesame oil. And since this is a giant salad, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this. And you want to refrigerate this oil. This oil you refrigerate. Olive oil you do not. And I don't think avocado oil you refrigerate. But we're going to do 2 tablespoons. Because this is going to go into our huge salad. Kelly, I just got teriyaki in that brand for sauce. Yes, it's good. Quite potent, but it's really good. I've fried or grilled in a skillet. I've grilled chicken in it. I've marinated chicken in it, and it's been really good. We're going to do some everything but the bagel seasoning, or you could just do some sesame seeds. Or is that, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, sesame seeds. Well, we're just going to do about maybe 2 teaspoons, tablespoon, measure with your heart. Now we're going to get into our Asian spices. So I literally have a little container like this, and I made an oriental seasoning, but I ran out and I didn't want to make it anymore. So what I do is on the side of my bottle, I take a permanent marker and I write the recipe on my bottle. So then when I run out of my seasoning bottle, then I have the recipe right there and I just fill it up. Super easy. But we're just going to make it up since we're here. So we're going to measure these kind of with our heart. Maybe I'll grab a teaspoon. Then we'll know for sure what we have in here. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons of ginger. This gives it that delicious ginger flavor. 2 teaspoons ginger. And then I have some, this is garlic powder. We'll do 2 teaspoons of this also. Or you could measure these with your heart because really you can't go wrong with garlic powder. It's so good. Then we're going to do some onion powder. Let's do 2 teaspoons of this also. And then I have some basil here. You can do basil or parsley. I really like basil, so we're going to do 2 teaspoons of basil. This is dried basil. It just adds a little bit of, ooh, that's tasty. Oh, I forgot. We're going to add some minced garlic. Let me grab that. It's in the fridge. I get this just at my local Walmart. Then there's no peeling of garlic, no chopping of garlic. You just got it right here. And I'm just going to grab a spoon to throw it in. We're going to do about a tablespoon of minced garlic. You can't go wrong with garlic. Is there ever such thing as too much garlic? I don't think so. Usually when a recipe says 2 to 3 cloves garlic, I'm like 10 to 7 cloves of garlic. That's what I like. Okay, so we have our mixture here. So now we're going to try to whisk this up. The peanut butter is a little bit chunky, but that's okay. It will mix in here. I could use an immersion blender or blender, but I don't want to break up my nuts. I want it kind of crunchy. Because when I was going through the store and I was thinking of this salad, I'm like, oh, I could just get a container of peanuts and put that on top. And then I'm like, wait, I'll just get crunchy peanut butter. That would work perfect. Ooh, this is looking so good. I might add a little bit more soy sauce because we only did a tablespoon. Yeah, because this is quite peanut buttery. As you can see, it's quite thick. And we want it a little bit thinner. So I might do 1 more tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and soy sauce to this to thin it just a little bit. Loretta. Oh, you are so sweet, Loretta. You do such a lot of cooking. Do you eat it all yourself with your friends and family? What do you do with the extra food you cook? Do you give any away? That is a great question. So we are having, it's our church monthly fellowship, and then we're going to have some other stuff with it. So usually if I'm making this big of a salad, it's usually to a church event, that type of thing. And it goes pretty fast because there are some other ladies and men at our church that also eat no sugar and flour. So they appreciate these kind of meals also when it's like church potlucks. And then we have people who bring like bread and stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But I do cook for my family. Us 3 girls, there's 5 adults in my house. 2 boys who just kind of eat on the sidelines. They'll have like rice and bread and that kind of stuff, but not too much. They eat pretty good. And then us 3 girls, we eat no sugar, no flour, 3 weighed meals. So we will take a recipe and then I'll multiply it times 3, and that works perfect. There has been, let's see, it was Christmas Eve. I made a giant vegetable stuffing and there was leftovers. So then we kind of just, I put it in the fridge when I got home. I think I have given some to like other people like, oh, do you want to take some of this home with you? Because there's extra, and they've done that and it works perfect. And then there's times where we take it home and then we'll finish it off, or the boys will eat it, or I will like portion it out and then freeze it. If it's freezable, this salad would not be freezable. It would turn into mush. Now this is quite thick, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of water to thin it because I want this a sauce. But yeah, that's a really good question. If I was by myself and I was just making the salad and it wasn't like to a party, I would make it a single serving or even a double serving or like a triple serving depending on how many days I want to have it. So you could do that also because this is quite big, but go big or go home when you go to parties. Exactly. So I'm going to add just a little bit of hot water to our mixture just to thin it. I did maybe about 2 tablespoons. I have a water cooler that does hot or cold water. So I just did a splash of that and we're going to mix it up. Because we want the consistency a little bit runny. Because it is like a coleslaw sauce. Oh, Loretta, I think Amy wants to know, or Connie wants to know, who's speaking Bible study tonight? I think so too. Let's see. We have Bible study tonight on live stream. It is so fun. Our family, we do it right in our kitchen here. We start out with some music, and I think it's my mom teaching tonight. And ooh, she is a powerhouse, and it is good. So that's 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Love of God Family Church Facebook page. Join us. So fun. Patty, so we aren't supposed to taste as we cook, right? I want to taste the dressing. Right, you're not supposed to lick or taste, but you can sniff. Smells okay. I think I'm going to add a little bit more water because this consistency is not right yet. We want it like a sauce. So I added maybe about a 1/4 cup of water this time because I want it thin. Here we go. It's getting there. This is getting better. But then we don't want all the flavors to go away, so maybe we'll let's add another tablespoon of the ginger marinade because we can. Because again, this is a giant salad. And then I think I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. Because again, this is separated into a giant salad. So per serving, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, that is way too many calories or something for 1 serving. Thank God we don't count calories. That's just too complicated. So we have 3 tablespoons of orange ginger marinade, 3 tablespoons of toasted sesame oil so far, and about 3/4 cups of water. This is looking better. Okay, I think this is a good consistency. This is pretty good, because now we're going to mix it into the salad. And the salad, the cucumbers will give off a little bit of water and excess liquid also, so that'll help, like, as it sits there and marinates a little bit. All right, so we are ready to divide this into our salads. Let's clear our table here so we have room. So we used half a tub of this 16-ounce peanut butter. So we used half of it. And it was a lot of just the peanut oil on top, which is okay. It helped make it a little bit runnier. Now this is the fun part where we get to add our sauce and toss it in. I know, I might have to have like one of my boys come in and taste test this for me, because I already had lunch and it's not supper time. So pour about half the sauce in this one. But I don't know where my boys went. One was in here. And the other half of the sauce in this one. Woo! If you could smell this. Oh, it smells so good. You can't go wrong with peanut butter. But if you don't want to use peanut butter, you could just do the sauces. I've done that before where I made just like a stir-fry sauce, and it was pretty much this mixture, but without the peanut butter, and I don't think I used the oil either. I'm going to need a bigger spoon, because this is not going to cut mixing it. You gotta have a big spoon when you mix it. Big spoon. And this will help get all of our vegetables mixed in. It's a little bit dry, so I might double the sauce mixture with the rest of the peanut butter jar and put that in with it also, because we want this saucy. We want this to be good. And again, like I said, we are experimenting together on live. I love it. It's so fun. And you guys are so fun. You just kind of go with me on this adventure. Cooking is an adventure. Oh, maybe it's not too bad. It's mixing in quite well. I think I put more sauce in this one, but I think I have more vegetables in this one too. It looks okay to me. Let's just sniff it. Ooh, it smells so good. Maybe we won't need. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think we need to make more. It's kind of fun to just eyeball and make and just kind of like throw together and see, what does this, putting these flavors together, what is this going to do? I have found I am an adventure liker. I like adventure. I like to try new things. I'm like, ooh, what happens if you put chickpeas and bananas together with peanut butter? It makes a delicious blondie. Who would have known? So good. I've done it where I've taken cauliflower and I've made like a cauliflower porridge. So good. Who would have thought? That's in one of my cookbooks, one of the later volumes. It's like a cinnamon roll porridge. I want to say it's either volume 10 or 11. I'm not sure. It might be volume 9. Elizabeth, is Bible study tonight? Yes, we are having Bible study tonight because we canceled our New Year's Eve party because it is way too cold. So we will have Bible study online, which will be so fun to be together. Yes, it's supposed to be -28 in Minnesota, so we are not going out tonight. We will just spend the New Year's online. Oh yes, this is looking beautiful. And I'm liking this angel hair coleslaw in here. It's so tiny that it mixes very nicely. Now, if you were having this for lunch, pineapple would be good in this. Or even an orange. That would be delicious. Which we are having this for lunch, but I didn't get any pineapple because I thought we were having this tonight, but we canceled the party. Patty, looks yummy. Give me a fork. Yes, here, grab a fork. Giant one. Woo, and it smells so good. I think we did the perfect mixture of flavors because it just smells, it doesn't smell too soy saucy. It doesn't smell too of the other flavors. It smells just perfect. Not too like salty or too pungent. Because I have done it where I've done too much soy sauce and I'm like, whew, that is salty. But this looks really good. All right, I think we are mixed. It is nice and tossed. And I'm going to leave this in the fridge for 2 nights and it'll really marinate and get all the flavors in there together. And look at it. It's so pretty. You could do more bell pepper if you want more bell pepper. You could add green pepper to this. You could add some Napa cabbage. That stuff is fun. Yeah, definitely experiment with this. Different vegetables if you like leeks. I've never cooked with a leek, but I've heard they're really good. There's bok choy. Never cooked with that either, but that's an Asian vegetable that would be delicious in this. Oriental, Asian, it would just be delicious. Yes, I think we have the perfect amount of sauce for our vegetables, and I think this will be a beautiful salad. I'm so excited to try it. I can't wait till Sunday, but I'm going to wait because this looks really good. So we have our beautiful custard and berries, which let's add the rest of our blueberries on top of this. Ooh, we got garbage on the table. Clean that off. Where'd my scale? Here it is. So to finish off our fruit for our berries and custard, we're going to put 2 ounces of frozen blueberries on top. And again, this was so yummy. I experimented this morning for breakfast, and I'm glad I did. Quick, yummy, delicious blueberries, and then you got this custardy sweetness with the bread in the middle, which is like a bread pudding. So here we have, you get to eat all of this for breakfast, guilt-free, and you get to lose weight. And look at, we have 2 giant salads. You could portion this out and have this for a couple days. You could skip the fat and the peanut butter and the chickpeas and just do the sauce and vegetables, and then add the chickpeas and peanut butter to each serving as you go, depending on how much you want to eat per meal, because the vegetables would be just vegetables. So you could have 6 ounces for lunch, 14 ounces for dinner, or you could split it with some cooked vegetables. Super easy to put together. Eating healthy does not have to be hard or tasteless. That is life. It does not have to be boring. It's what you decide to make it. So here we have our beautiful meals. Giant party salad. I will be putting these recipes together and I'll be posting them tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. You can find the replay of this and more on my website, my YouTube page. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, all of those fun places. It's the same name everywhere, Weight Loss Recipes Cookbook.com is the website, and then Weight Loss Recipes Cookbook on all the sites. Follow me on the social medias. It is so fun being together. Yep, we mentioned Bible study. Amy was on here. Let's see. Kelly, I cannot wait to, oh, it went away. I cannot wait to try each of these. Yay! So excited for you to try them. Linda, looks scrumptious, Natalie. What a fun adventure. Thank you so much for today, and Happy New Year to the alls. Oh, love you, Linda. Happy New Year to you, too. Thank you for coming on this adventure with me. We tested gravity. We made up a recipe right on the spot. It's always so fun making throw-together salads. Or, as Deb said, clean out the fridge salads. Exactly. Jackie, these both look so yummy. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Patty, thanks, Natalie. Kelly, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Yes, Happy New Year's, everyone. And I hope this next year coming up, 2022, will be a good year for you. It'll be the new you. You're going to be able to make it throughout this next year. Just think, tonight, it's the next year. It's been 1 year. So exciting. Michelle, looks delicious. Thank you for sharing these recipes with us. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for spending your New Year's Eve with me. Have a safe night. If you're in Minnesota, stay warm. Stay home and stay warm because it's cold out there. But we will have to, after the holidays, I think life will slow down a little bit. So we'll have to do some more cooking shows together because I love cooking with my friends. It makes life an adventure and so fun. Wait, I want to get my hair in the food. Luann, sounds yummy. Happy New Year. Thank you, Amy. Happy New Year. So fun. Well, I'm going to let you go, and you guys have a fun New Year's Eve, and I will see you next year. And remember, We are only one thought away from a good day. You change your thought, you change your day. And how do you change it? With your words. So I've literally done this to myself. If I'm doing something and I'm a little annoyed or a little just, then I tell myself, I am not going to be crabby. I am happy. This is a good day. It's okay. Everything's going to work out. And you know what? Changes your day completely. Then force yourself to smile. It works. When you're feeling crabby, just smile. It releases so many happy chemicals in your brain, so try it. Smile and speak to yourself because you're only one thought away from a good day. TikTok looks good. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Sweetie, bye, Natalie. Thank you. Have a happy new year to you and your family. You too, sweetie. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back sometime soon. I love you guys, and eat healthy and start living deliciously free. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a good year. Let's see. Blessings for Happy New Year. Blessings to you. I don't know how to finish this.